Welcome back. Happy to have Ashley with Vintage Escapes Winery and Vineyard in studio. And you guys have a really fun event coming up with Girl Scout cookies and wine pairing. We're not going to give too much away, so we've got a little teaser for you of what you can expect at that event. But when it comes to pairing, like, what kind of qualities are you looking for when you pair these two things?
So when you pair two things together, when you're working with wine and food, you want to come up with a pairing that is almost better than the two things on their own.
Sure.
So when they're together, it just creates something magical. So that's what we're really looking for.
And so whenever you add wine to the equation, it equals good.
Yeah.
It's always magical.
Yes. I agree, yes.
All right, so you brought an example of one pairing, so kind of talk about what you brought here.
Yeah, so the first pairing that I have here is our Pioneer Rosé, which is a semi-sweet rosé wine, and I have it paired with the lemonades, Girl Scout cookies. So the Pioneer Rosé has some sweet cherry flavors. So paired with the lemony flavors that you get in the lemonades, you kind of get a cherry lemonade.
It's like a tart.
So
So what should you do first? You should have the cookie first and then take a sip, or?
Yeah, so I usually take a bite of the food, kind of chew it a little bit, and then drink the wine. Have both in your mouth at the same time to kind of get the two flavors combined.
Oh yes, there is magic there. That's really good.
And it's crazy because the Girl Scout cookies
complements.
are magic on their own,
Yes.
but again, when you add wine, it's just fantastic. Now, what about over
really
here?
good.
What's going on over here?
Yeah, so the second pairing that I brought is our Frontenac wine with the Toastiers, which are French toast flavored cookies. So what's fun about this one is when these two flavors combine, it kind of creates a new flavor.
Okay.
Cool.
The Frontenac is a semi-sweet. There's some like deep berry flavors in it. So maybe it's kind of like putting berries on your French toast.
Ooh.
When I tried this, I was just really delighted with the flavors that came out in it. And I was thinking, well, maybe I need to start drinking Frontenac for breakfast. I don't know.
Why not? Is there like a committee here that does the pairings, or do you just kind of say, all right, I'm going to try out some pairings today? I would love to be part of that committee if you're ever looking for someone.
So I sacrifice myself and I do these pairings to try to come up with the best pairings.
No, but that is such an interesting, you're so right. It just, all of a sudden, there's just this new flavor. It almost felt like a roller coaster of flavors in my mouth. It was like, you know, you get the French toast, and then with the wine, it just changes into something completely different. So you have like, it's just kind of three different flavors all at once. So bravo for putting this together.
Good stuff. And let's talk about the event. When is it and how does it work?
Yeah, so it's Girl Scout cookies and wine pairings with the winemaker, which is myself. So I'll do a guided tasting with the pairings. And we have 2 dates to choose from. So we have Saturday, March 2nd and Sunday, March 10th. Both start at 1:00 p.m. Tickets are required. You can get tickets on our website, which is vintageescapeswinery.com. Go to the music and events page, and there's a link to buy tickets there.
How many different kind of wines do you guys have at Vintage Escapes?
We have about, it kind of fluctuates a little bit, but we have about 15 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it kind of changes.
And so how are you going to be doing like the allocation of cookies? Like, I guess how many cookies was one going to get at the tasting?
So it depends on the size of the cookie. So these two options are bigger cookies, so there'll be one cookie for each of the pairings. There'll be 5 pairings.
Oh, but oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about the Thin Mint one. And there's some great options coming up. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We'll have more when we come back on Cato Living.